Shaquille, Labney and Zatar plate. That looks like hummus, but it's not. Baba Ganoush. I want to watch Kenji make hummus. I don't want anybody else. Nope, I don't want Ethan Shalaboski. I don't want Binging with Babish. I don't want Internet Shaquille. I want Kenji Lopez Alt. It looks like he's making hummus in this video.
Hey everyone, it's Kenji, and today we're making falafel. So, if you've ever tried...
Yes, if I can't eat more hummus, we gotta watch hummus videos.
What probably happened is you ground up the chickpeas...
Oh, look at those feet for free.
Hey everyone, it's Kenji, and today we're making falafel. So, if you've ever tried...
And pause. Play.
Like I have, making falafel from canned chickpeas... What probably happened is you ground up the chickpeas maybe by hand or maybe in the food processor. You made your little balls. You seasoned them and then you...
What did he call me? What did he say?
Processor. You made your little balls.
Hey! I can't believe he said that.
You season them and then you fried them in oil and they just completely fell apart. That's because you can't make falafel with pre-cooked or canned chickpeas, and canned chickpeas are cooked. It's because the starch that you need.
Do we like the subtitles?
The falafel together.
I think we do.
In canned form, it's already been cooked and deactivated,
you guys,
so it
I'm
won't actually
so sorry.
The falafel properly.
I'm so sorry.
What's happening is that the falafel.
I can't do this
apart.
anymore.
It's a falafel experience. So. Dried chickpeas soaked in water overnight at room temperature. That's what these are.
Any
so
more hummus?
About,
I'm tired of hummus.
2/3 of a cup of chickpeas.
The hummus is going down
overnight. You want to put enough water that it can at least triple in volume because that's what they're going to do.
Okay.
They're going to triple in volume and then, actually, first I'm going to put in some herbs. So this is parsley, cilantro, and mint.
Ooh, look at his spinner. I need a spinner.
A couple ounces of it, maybe an ounce and a half, that I have simply washed, and spun in a salad spinner. You don't have to use a ton of herbs, but I like a ton of herbs in my falafel. And then you're going to put your chickpeas
Don't we all?
In the same salad spinner. You want it to be real nice and dry.
Just like my wife's vagina.
If you don't
just
have
like Ben Shapiro's wife's vagina. Just like Ben Shapiro's vagina.
Towels, but you really need them to be super dry. And they're going to go right in. And then we're also going to do some cumin and some coriander. So about a teaspoon.
We're going to do some cumin
seed.
And some corn and some.
I'll link to a recipe.
Coriander.
I did a recipe, written recipe for this on SeriousEats.com. I'll link to it in the description. I'm not following it exactly, but I am following sort of the rough ratios, and definitely I'm following
super
the same
dry,
procedure.
Incredibly dry.
This is a
like the Sahara Desert.
This falafel recipe, the technique I learned from my friend Aina Admani from Taim, which I think makes the best falafel in New York.
Who? My friend, Time. These subtitles are completely wrong.
We're going to make this falafel, and then we're also going to make, to go with it, a tahini sauce, using a technique that I learned from Michael Solomonov.
Oh, Michael Solomonov. Yeah, we all know him.
So ground cumin, coriander, and it goes. Also going to add a big pinch of salt.
Dude, salt box.
Those other chickpeas cooking back there. Just
my face is covering the salt box. Look at that salt box. I need a salt box ASAP.
I'm going to soak enough to make falafel.
Should I be smaller?
To have inside either to make hummus or to just have.
Here we go. I love this video.
Right, so now we're going to pulse in a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can do this in a meat grinder. Even a manual meat grinder, like like one of those $30.
I have a meat grinder laying around.
It'll come out great.
Neato.
You want to open
okay, that's enough. That's enough goofing. We're gonna get a little small now. Should I just go in my little corner over here?
Getting all the chickpeas down into
there. Go in my little corner. There we go. It's a funny bit.
You know what we forgot?
It's a funny bit.
Garlic. Don't want to forget the garlic.
It's a bit, guys. It's just a bit. It's okay. Cut the garlic.
Bottom.
Dude, I never use fresh garlic anymore. It's what? Oh,
that guy's a little. Let's get rid of that part.
Oh my God, you're still using it? Ew. I would not use that garlic.
You can use a garlic press for this. Or a microplane.
Hey guys, look, I'm cooking.
I'm just using the smash and rock method. Doesn't need to be super fine because it's all going to get chopped up a little bit more inside the food processor anyway.
It puts the garlic on the knife, or else it gets the hose again.
Ooh, where did that lid go? Here we go. So
Dude, I'll tell you what, I bet
until
this
it's
is
about
insanely busting.
the texture.
The herbs, the chickpeas, the garlic.
Sort of like a wet meal, kind of like that. And you want to be able to pick it up, and if you squeeze it, it should just barely hold together in little balls like that.
He keeps calling me little balls, and I don't
Just
appreciate
a tiny,
that.
tiny bit more. So by the way, these chickpeas are, just to confirm, they are completely raw. All that I've done with them is took dried chickpeas and soaked them overnight in plain old water.
Stop scooping
They
me!
do all their cooking inside the oil. All right, so now that they're ground up, what we want to do is we want to put them into a bowl.
Put me in a bowl.
And as it sits, starch that you've sort of released from bursting, cutting open. Some
Oh,
of
I'm
the cells,
bursting.
Some of the starch is
I'm
going to start to
bursting.
seep out. And so right now it's super loose and it barely holds together. It kind of crumbles, but as this sits
I'm
for
crumbling.
about 15 minutes in the fridge, it's going to become much easier to form into little balls. So in the meantime, I'm going to make our tahini
Not down the
sauce.
drain!
And I'm going to heat up some oil. This is just grapeseed oil that we're going to use to fry
Grapeseed
it.
oil.
All right, so for our tahini sauce, we get our blender.
Tahini
On a fine
sauce.
mesh strainer. Now this is the real trick that I learned from Michael Solomonov of Zahav.
All right, let's get down to this. Let's get down to brass
so
tacks.
what we do is we take a head of garlic, or most of a head of garlic, dump it in there, skins and all.
What did he just say?
Let's throw this in the fridge while we do that. This is basically like his exact recipe, so I'm not claiming any kind of credit for this one.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Lemon juice. And again, you
Lemon
can
juice?
Go ahead and put the seeds right in there because we're gonna strain this all.
I love
out
lemon
afterwards.
juice.
Where's So lemon juice.
Shout out to my boy Michael Solomonov. Hey, this one's for you.
lemons worth.
You're a real OG. Oh! Oh my god, I thought that was a dildo.
Now the trick here is that garlic. So lemon juice. A couple lemons worth.
Lemon juice, garlic. I like where this is going.
Now the trick here is that garlic, so garlic, it contains these precursor chemicals that once you rupture cells open, and I've said this many times on this channel, but once you rupture the cells open, they combine, they undergo a chemical reaction to form a thing called allicin, which is what gives garlic that sort of really hefty bite. Now, bite can be
Hefty.
good. Some amount of bite is good. But I want, in my tahini, I want a lot of garlic flavor and just a mild bite, so not like a ton of bite to it. And the way we achieve that is by pureeing the garlic with lemon juice. So the reaction that forms allicin, this, by the way, I'm adding about a teaspoon of cumin seeds. The reaction that forms allicin doesn't take
teaspoon
place
of
as
cumin
readily
seeds.
in acidic environments. So by pureeing the garlic directly in lemon juice, you're able to extract a ton of garlic flavor while inhibiting the form of allicin. You know, it doesn't
Allicin.
completely.
I barely know
You
sin.
still get some bite, but much more mild than if you were to incorporate the two separately. If you were to puree the garlic first and then add the lemon juice. So we're going to start out slow on the blender. Slowly increase the speed.
Wait. Pause the video. Hold on.
Incorporate the two separately. If you were to puree the garlic first and then add the lemon juice.
Don't do it, man.
So we're going to start out slow on the blender. Slowly increase the speed.
Whee! me alone.
We're gonna then. We can add a little bit of water actually to loosen this one's
Anyway.
pretty tight. We're gonna end up adding quite a bit of water to our tahini sauce anyway, so it's all right to add a little bit to the blender if it's if it looks like it's not gonna flow out. All right, there we go. Perfect. So now.
Perfect. I can't, dude. This is too much fun. Why don't I do this for every stream?
Now we just push it through with a spatula. Leave all those garlic skins, whatever unground cumin there was, and the lemon seeds behind.
Lemon seeds.
And then this is just prepared tahini, sesame paste.
Oh, he's cheating.
I've never used this brand before. I hope it's good.
He bought a mod where he already has the tahini
So we want to go
paste.
for about a cup of this. Oh, this is already well emulsified. So when you put this in, it's going to immediately sort of seize up.
Oh, wow. That is not the consistency I was expecting.
Because that's what happens. Because sesame paste, tahini, has very little liquid in it. It's a fat emulsion. And so when you add water
does
to
he know
it,
everything?
it usually starts to seize up and become, yeah, you can see it there. You see how it's becoming kind of chunky?
Yeah.
And the emulsion kind of breaks. Now, what you gotta do is you gotta get the ratio of fat to liquid right. So we're gonna add more water in here, a few tablespoons at a time, until it gets to the right consistency, and then you'll see it. It's sort of like, kind of like magically just kind of smooths out as you go, as you whisk.
Magically smooths out.
If you've ever worked with chocolate does a sort of similar thing. If you add,
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm
for
blocking the
same
magic.
reason, if you add liquid to it, if you add water to melted chocolate, it'll seize up,
Guys, look at the magic.
and it's really hard to get it smooth again. Tahini, fortunately, is easier to get smooth again.
Magic. Ooh.
What we're aiming for is a texture that's sort of
Wait, that is magic.
falls
Ooh,
off
yum.
the whisk in ribbons and slowly flattens out. So that's about right. A nice light sauce.
Oh my gosh, yum.
And we're going to season this with
How do I buy that?
some salt until it tastes right.
Holy cow, that's a lot of salt. Holy cow. Did you guys see? Did you see all that salt?
Oh man, that is delicious.
Oh
Double dip, so-
man. Oh, double dip, bro. Oh my god.
yeah.
I'll be triple dipping.
All right. So at this point, our falafel mixture should be ready to go.
I'm too small.
It's a little big. I'm going to use I like making nice small balls.
Stop calling me that. They're not that small.
About a tablespoon, heaping tablespoon at a time. And you want to kind of gently form it. You're not going to be able to kind of roll it the way you would be able to do, say, like cookie dough.
Mm-hmm.
You can't roll it in your hands. It's going to fall apart if you do that. It'll just sort of barely hold together like that. See?
How are you going to cook that then? It's going to fall apart when you're cooking it. My god. I can hear him breathing for 10 miles away. Oh, we got another foot shot though. Nice. Look at all that. What is all that
All right.
corn?
I think my camera stopped recording for a while. I don't know how long it's been, but maybe you missed me putting these in here.
Oopsie.
Basically, all I did was I got the oil,
He's so good.
about an inch of oil, or maybe about 3/4 of an inch of oil.
How is it
up
holding
to
together if he can
around
barely keep
400
it together?
degrees. And then I carefully picked up these balls and dropped them in. And the trick is you want to put them in, and once you put them in, you don't move them until the crust starts to set up. So you don't move them for the first minute or so. And then
It's
after
so funny every time he says balls.
you know, the oil temperature is going to drop down to around 300. It might even go below. I think mine went down to around 275. You want to adjust the flame underneath to try and maintain a temperature of around...
There's no way
325.
in hell I would ever cook
300
this.
to 350. 325 is good. If it goes up to 350, that's fine.
Like, I'm sure it's not
I'm
bad.
at around 300.
I'm sure it's
And that's
delicious.
fine. Anywhere around that range, as long as it's not, you know, doesn't dip
way too
below like
challenging.
250 or
I mean, not even
275.
challenging, it's just too
they'll
much.
cook. And these are going to cook for about 4 minutes total. I let them cook on the first side, and then I flipped them over with a fork, which is
There's garlic,
I think the best tool for
herbs,
flipping falafel.
chickpeas, mostly
'cause it gives you a little
chickpeas is
control.
most of the weight.
You can kind of cradle underneath them.
I
This
guess,
is a
I mean,
cast
those
iron
would be
pan,
really
by the way.
good,
You
for
can use
sure.
non-stick. You can use cast iron. You can use carbon steel. You can use a deep fryer if you'd like.
Whatever you want, baby
You know,
girl.
one of the things that's great about falafel is how much.
Okay, we're gonna
variance you can
skip
have
to
in
the end.
Flavors.
Ooh.
There we go.
He knows good presentation, I'll
Just
tell
do
you
one
that.
more for myself.
Let me tell you that.
So I got tahini.
Kenji, I love you.
And I'll take a little bit for the dogs to have.
Aww. His dog's name is like Shibo or something.
Some for me.
Some for me, some for T-Bone. Some
Isn't that
for
pretty? All right, Shabu, here. Sit.
Shabu.
Good girl.
Aw.
Here's some for you, Hamon.
Aw. He didn't feed his
All right,
other dogs.
Falafel and tahini.
He didn't feed his
Vegan.
other dogs. Right here.
Really?
Right here. He didn't feed his other dogs.
Delicious. I'm gonna call my wife for lunch, and I'll see you guys, gals, and non-binary pals next time. Bye.
God bless.